Welcome to an intriguing exploration of the recent Mecca phenomenon. As the Earth heats up and the icebergs melt. Icebergs, intriguing developments are exceed expectations and ignite interest. Of this study is to investigate an exceptional incident that took place in the Kaaba, the holy place of Islam and the center of the Muslim faith. It is important to take into account the potential links between this incident and historical prophecies and beliefs about the end times. As we delve deeper into this study, we are forced to consider the surprising implications of what this could mean in a broader sense, including biblical allusions to the Antichrist and the Prophet. Expect a study that will present alternative viewpoints on our worldviews, beliefs and events. What insights can be gleaned from these unusual events? Can they be seen as a form of divine judgment? Learn more about this fascinating topic. There were many believers who suggested that the snow on the Kaaba in Mecca could potentially be interpreted as a sign of a higher power. The concept of snow has deep spiritual significance in various biblical passages. In Psalm 51:7, there is a powerful metaphorical between snow and the cleansing of sins, as it symbolizes a state of purity. Likewise in Isaiah 1:18, the transforming power of God's grace is depicted in the image of sins turning into pure snow. These verses emphasize the deep symbolism of snow in a spiritual context. The presence of snow on the Kaaba is also reminiscent of the cautionary words from Deuteronomy 18:20, which emphasize the importance of recognizing true prophets and teachers. These biblical passages emphasize the connection between the current snowfall at the Kaaba and its spiritual and prophetic significance, encouraging us to reflect on it. The black stone, located at the center of this heavenly Kaaba, is highly valued and guarded in the Kaaba. This stone is highly prized and considered a sacred blessing. There are different opinions on the notion that Satan is leading mankind astray to mislead mankind in imitation of Christ. Stone is surrounded by many traditions and ideas. Fascinating generations. According to historians and religious scholars, the stone was held in high esteem, respected by Arab tribes even before it was adopted by Islam. There are those who claim it's a meteorite, which only adds to its aura of mystery and reverence. In both Islam and Christianity, there are certain beliefs that discuss the possibility of Satan imitating Christ in apocalyptic scenarios. Apocalyptic scenarios, these legends often warn of deceptions that may occur in later times, when believers may be deceived by non-men. Many people may have taken the blizzard in Mecca as a possible indication of certain predictions. It is important to consider the rich history and vibrant culture throughout history. Mecca has been a place of great importance and deep spiritual significance, attracting people from all walks of life. The Prophet Muhammad was born and received the revelation of the Quran in the city. Over the course of 4 decades, millions of Muslims have made the Hajj here. The unusual weather conditions and deep symbolic meaning have long been part of the human experience. Throughout history, natural phenomena have been interpreted as divine signs. That a solar eclipse that occurred at the time of Jesus' crucifixion had great religious significance, which is why some people today may perceive the blizzard in honey in a similar way. Throughout history, numerous natural phenomena have been seen as divine signals. The discovery of the Red Sea is of great in Jewish history, and the Star of Bethlehem is a symbol. The birth of Jesus in Christianity. In Islamic beliefs, the elephant incident, when birds intervene to protect the Kaaba from destruction, is seen as a miraculous event that preserved the sacred shrine. The observation of visual features of trees and fruits. The name of Allah is quite often seen on trees and fruits and trees. There have been many instances where people have reported seeing Allah or phrases from the Quran suddenly appear on various objects such as tree trunks, leaves, watermelons and tomatoes. These extraordinary events serve as a reminder of the deep interconnectedness of all Arabic words such as Allah or Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, divine signs that inspire faith and serve as a reminder of the essence and the power of God, exploring the connection between natural disasters and divine retribution. One throughout history, natural disasters such as earthquakes and tsunamis have been perceived as acts of divine retribution. For example, some religious leaders interpreted the earthquake and tsunami in the Indian Ocean in 2004 as a divine message calling to reflect on their actions and to strive to abide by the principles of the Quran. According to Islamic theology, the fall of ancient peoples is considered to be a consequence of their failure to obey God's command. From this point of view, it is also possible to observe the eruptions volcanoes. It is believed that volcanoes may be linked to the divine consequences of the rejection of God's messengers of God as mentioned in religious texts. So these events are seen as a gentle reminder of the need to adhere to divine principles, unexplored cures and extraordinary miracles. One healing attributed to the Quran in the numerous reports detail of amazing healings that have occurred after reciting verses or contact with the sacred text. The Muslim community is sharing these to demonstrate the power of divine healing exists. Belief that the Quran possesses a certain spiritual power that can potentially lead to the healing of both physical and mental ailments. This belief places the importance of faith and prayer. There are reports of people being have been miraculously protected from natural disasters that are often attributed to divine intervention through the Quran. Some dwellings are able to withstand natural disasters, while others in the immediate vicinity are destroyed. These houses are often occupied dedicated people who regularly read the Quran, which is highly regarded by the community as a source of divine protection. Is not an ordinary celestial event. The occurrence of solar and lunar eclipses and comets has long been considered significant celestial events. Astronomical events have great for reflection and contemplation in Islam. During eclipses, Muslims perform special prayers known as Salat al-Kusuf to recognize the greatness of God and the fallacy of mankind. 2 shooting stars. According to the Quran, the shooting stars serve as God's protective measure to prevent demons from overhearing heavenly secrets, emphasizing the spiritual of natural phenomena in the Quran. Serves to reinforce the belief in the presence of the divine forces that control and guarding the cosmos. Study of historical catastrophes. According to the teachings of the Quran, ancient civilizations such as Hel and Samet faced destruction due to natural disasters resulting as a result of their failure to follow God's commands. These stories are often shared during modern-day catastrophic events as a cautionary tale of the consequences of ignoring divine laws. Extreme floods and droughts have historically been interpreted as significant events. Such occurrences have been present in the historical context of the Islamic religion in times of drought. It is crucial to emphasize the importance of prayer and compassion as we humbly seek forgiveness and mercy from a higher power. A higher power. These examples demonstrate how religion interprets the phenomenon of nature by serving as a testimony of faith and the ongoing interpretation of celestial signs. They emphasize the harmonious connection between the natural world and the spiritual realm, empowering devout people with divine power to improve their everyday. So the appearance snowfall in the Kaaba, a rather unusual place, could be perceived as a significant spiritual event. Is interesting to consider how events in the physical world can affect the spiritual realm. Ultimately, the snowstorm at the Kaaba goes beyond mere meteorological phenomena in this place, where the history of faith and prophecy converge. This event prompts us to reflect on our position in the universe and our connection to a higher power, regardless of our individual points of view. Our ideas were inspired by a higher power is considered a grave offense. God did not tolerate prophets who deceived about his divine. There are those who from time to time question the authenticity of God's true messengers and gains popularity by spreading pleasant news. Many people prefer to rely on the predictions of charlatans rather than the ideas of true prophets. False gods can live inside of us. When confronted with human sin, God emphasizes his holiness and justice by his great mercy. Can be ignored. The Bible and the teachings of Jesus emphasize the importance of recognizing God's presence and the consequences of turning away from him, but God's primary focus is centered on extending love and grace to all. God cherishes and blesses his creation rather than harms his creation. Understanding the essence of God is crucial when it comes to thinking. Talking, and praying to him. Along with love and forgiveness, it's crucial. It's important to develop a sustainable mindset of gratitude and reverence in anticipation Christ's return. I would really appreciate for your feedback on everything I've mentioned.